So my thought on election night is it's going to be a total disaster. And I don't know if we'll know who wins for a couple weeks. Just looking at how our last few primaries have gone, you throw COVID on top of that. And I think there's going to be this giant air of illegitimacy to the election that I've never seen before. Now, that's all pretty doomsday-y. So walk me off the ledge a little bit with that.
Oh, no, I can't do that. I think that you're right.
Crap.
It's going to be worse than that. I mean, you see polls now. Independents, Republicans, and Democrats, and I forget the numbers exactly, but I think a majority of each are very close, or some huge number believe that the election won't be run fairly. That in essence they're saying they will not accept the results of the election. And let's be honest, Democrats have never accepted the results of the 2016 election. They claim it was stolen. They preemptively made the argument that the Russians are going to help steal it. On the other hand, you have Republicans who aren't going to trust the mail-in ballots, and there's some reason to be worried about that we see in New York and elsewhere, as you mentioned. But they'll believe that there was cheating as well. So that does not bode well for the future. I think when one of the things that we used to do most often was, that makes the American system stable, is that we trust the transition of power, that we generally allow it to happen. I think there are a few examples like 2000 where there were big fights over it. But if that doesn't happen this time, that bodes poorly for our future.
Do you know of any? I can't think of any precedent of that historically, or maybe like our last guest said, he's a historian. He said 1860 was like the last like illegitimate election, and that's not good. And every time I see an article from the left, it's like, oh, Donald Trump may not accept the results of the election. I'm like, yeah, either will you guys. If it goes
they didn't accept 2016.
Yeah.
Right.
So on that point, so good.
No, I was just saying. I mean, in essence, they functioned as if the 2016 election was illegitimate, even though not a single vote was changed anywhere. I mean, if now the standard is that if someone sees something online that misleads them, supposedly, and we have no proof that really happened in any big way, then no election will ever be legitimate, right? Because there's always, in the world of the internet where everything's interconnected, there's always going to be some way for nefarious forces to get in there and mislead people. At some point, people are responsible for their own vote, and that's just how we have to function. This is just an easy excuse to delegitimize the presidency of whoever you don't like, and I'm sure that's going to be the standard moving forward, probably for both sides.
So if that was the freak out November 4th, 2016, and you, of course, remember all the he's going to round up Muslims and put them in internment camps, like all this like whoa, off the chart stuff. If Trump wins, what's the reaction going to be from the left? My concern is it's going to be, everything peaceful we tried to do didn't work. Now we're left with no resort. Again, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be nuts. I just don't know. Just watching some of the people who have broken down Trump has, broken down. I just can't imagine what the next gear in this, in outrage can be. So much has happened over the past 4 years. Every day there are 5 news cycles. It is scary to think what will happen next. I think he'll just probably be impeached again, and they'll probably try essentially say he's not the real president, and nothing will happen for 4 years.
Wow. That was deep and insightful. I want more of that. Like, subscribe, get more.